Okay, here we go. All right. This here is once again, I think Heidmeyer. William Heidmeyer. I started on this yesterday. Can't remember where I was at exactly. So I'm just going to start right back from here. You know what? I'm just going to start from the top. What the fuck? Oh, damn. Here we go. That's how I want it. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right, so, sir, back in 1996, did you live in Las Vegas? Yes, I did. And did you have a job? Yes. What was your job? I was a security officer with the Maxim Hotel and Casino. And I'm going to direct your attention to, well, somewhere around 11 o'clock at night on September 7th of 1996. Were you on duty? Um, yes. And at the time, well, you obviously know. Well, you obviously know what you're here to talk about. But at the time that the incident occurs that we're talking about here at this grand jury, do you recall where you were as a part of your responsibilities working? Well, at that time, I was with two Metro police officers in the parking garage on the southeast corner of the property. So I'm going to pull this up. I know it's slightly, give it just a second. Hopefully, so the old Maxim was basically at the corner of Flamingo and Koval. Yes, it was. And there was a parking garage, or is a parking garage, sort of on the corner here of the southeast corner of the property. Yes, it was a little bit, yes, it was in a little bit because there was some parking available in front, but yes. Okay. And are you on the first floor or the second floor or the third floor, or do you remember? I was on the third floor at the time. And was this a standard type parking garage that you have here in Las Vegas where, the interior, there's a wall, but it's open air between the top and the bottom? Yes. While you're there with some police officers, were you there investigating an incident unrelated to why we're here today? Correct. And as you were there, did something unusual happen or did you hear something unusual? Yeah, gunfire erupted on Flamingo. Approximately how many? Well, first of all, was it all one set of gunfire or were there multiple volleys? Volleys. It was multiple volleys. It was like, I want to say probably three volleys of maybe 6 to 10 rounds each volley. I wanted to say what he said. It was multiple volleys, which means like multiple shots. It was like I want to say probably a three volleys of maybe 6 to 10 rounds each volley. So y'all telling me, like I said yesterday, I believe it's more than one shooter. Even when you look at the car, right? So this guy saying he heard 3 rounds of six to 10 rounds, right? 3 volleys of 6 to 10 rounds. How many fucking bullets do y'all think? Y'all think that a fucking Glock 40 got 30 rounds? No. It has 15 rounds though. Wouldn't that be 2 guns? It was multiple volleys. It was like, I want to say probably 3 volleys of maybe 6 to 10 rounds each volley. It was very pop, 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 pop. When that happened, what did you do? We ran towards the sound of the gunfire, and I was on security at the time, and I had leaned over the barrier to see what was going on essentially, and the 2 Metro officers were behind me. And I remember one of them had dropped his radio and then had broken, came apart, and the other officer ran toward the car to pursue. When you got to the wall, and I'm assuming, then you are looking out from the parking garage down onto Flamingo. Flamingo, what did you see? I see a line of cars. The light was red, so the cars were stopped. And I saw people outside of vehicles right in the traffic lanes. Oh, shit. Okay. And do you see any of those people armed with a weapon? Yes. There was one black male adult, athletic, wearing a white, very bright white shirt, a black vest, black slacks, and black shoes. And he was carrying, I could see it was a semi-automatic pistol. Hold on, y'all. Let's stop for a minute here. Let me remove the logo so y'all can see this clear. Yes, there was one black male adult, athletic, wearing a very bright white shirt, a black vest, black slacks, and black shoes. And he was carrying, I could see it was a semi-automatic pistol. Now, could the black vest be a bulletproof vest? Black slacks, black shoes. Now, what do this tell y'all, yo? So, if he saw that, right, wouldn't that mean that it was a shooter outside of the car? Right? Wouldn't that mean it was a shooter outside of the car? Let's continue. Yes, there was one black male, athletic, wearing a very bright white shirt, a black vest, black slacks, and black shoes, and he was carrying. I could see it was a semi-automatic pistol. And was he pointing it in any particular direction? Not at the time that I saw it. It was kind of, well, I mean, it was in his hand. Okay. At the time you see that, do you initially draw a conclusion as to who might be the shooter? I assume that that was the shooter because that was the only person I saw with the weapon very shortly after hearing the gunfire. As you were watching down into this lane, in this line of vehicles, did you see what those vehicles then did? Well, the vehicles actually had made a U-turn from not the left lane, but the center lane, made a U-turn on Flamingo and headed towards Las Vegas Boulevard. And did you see more than one of them? Yes. There were several vehicles. There was a white, if I can remember correctly, I believe it was a white Dodge Stratus four-door. There was the black BMW. There was another smaller car that was a dark in color. That's the Lexus. And then there was the white Chevy Suburban. The white Chevy Suburban is the photographer. So there's a number of vehicles then that make a U-turn. You saw those vehicles do a U-turn and go in this direction, head towards Las Vegas Boulevard. Were any of the people that were out of the vehicles Were any of the people that were out of the vehicles, did they get back into those vehicles that wound up doing the U-turn and going in that direction? Yes. All the people that I had seen went back into the vehicles that were making U-turns. So they all in this convoy type of, and when you realize you believe that now the shooters are going westbound on Flamingo, do you relay any information to the police? Yeah. At the point, yeah, at that point, the police officers had gotten down to the exit. They had looked up at me from their windows, and I was just pointing at them to make a right and head towards Las Vegas Boulevard. So the officers that you're, so the officers that you're at least talking to, you're trying to communicate to them, hey, the guy who is the shooter is headed in that direction. Correct. And then do you see what those officers then do? They pursue. They pursue westbound on Flamingo. On Flamingo, yes. Thank you very much. That completes. Oh, let me ask you this. The person that you saw standing outside the vehicle, he was on the driver's side or the passenger side of the vehicle? Do you remember? He was on the passenger side, rear of the BMW. I told y'all, man. And the person who's in the passenger side, and the person who's in the passenger side, red, black BMW, Can you tell what race they was? He was black. He was a black male adult. Thank you. That completes my questions for the witness. The jurors, was it normal to have Metro on your property? No. The incident the reason Metro, we had a series of Dodge Caravans stolen out of our parking garage that night, and we had called Metro to come and investigate it. So the reason they were on the property was because of that unrelated incident that happened to be there at the time of the they happened to be there at the time of the shooting. So the actual shooting took place at Covile and Flamingo. Yes. The person with the white shirt and the weapon, did you see where he went? He got in one of the vehicles. I believe it was the Caravan. It was either the Caravan or the Stratus, but he got into one of those vehicles. The Caravan was with fucking Keefy D in them. All right, so didn't I tell y'all motherfuckers yesterday that it was two shooters? I told y'all it was two shooters. So what I'm seeing now is maybe the Cadillac did pull up, but somebody jumped out the Caravan and the person that was at the Caravan was at the rear door, shooting at the rear door while the motherfuckers in the Cadillac was hitting 2Pac front door. Or did he jump out of the Cadillac or jump out the Cadillac and ran around, probably hit from the back door while the driver was hitting the front? But if you look right here, it says you see right here? Look. Thank you very much. That's complete. Let me ask you this. The person that you saw standing outside the vehicle, was he on the driver's side or the passenger side of the vehicle? Do you remember? He was on the passenger side, rear of the BMW, the black BMW. That would be standing behind Pop, right? Rear of the black BMW on the passenger side. A little further back, rear of the black BMW, the rear. That's the shots going through the back door, going through the back seat, right? And the person who's in the passenger side, the rear, and the person who's in the passenger side, rear black BMW, can you tell what race he was? He was black. He was a black male adult. Thank you. That completes my question, right? The juror asks, was it normal to have Metro on your property? He said, answer that. So the actual shooting took place at Covile and Flamingo. Yes. So that would be right there where the shooting took place, right? The person with the white shirt and the weapon. Did you see where he went? He got in one of the vehicles. I believe it was the Caravan. It was either the Caravan or the Stratus, but he got into one of the vehicles. Any more questions? Nobody got any more questions. Now tell me, y'all. Tell me, y'all. If you got an eyewitness that see a shooter, remember the Cadillac just sped off. This dude done came, he heard the shots, came and looked, right? Think about it. If you got common sense, you ain't got to use no other theory but common sense. Think about it. Picture it in your head. Sugar no pull up, boom, 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 right? This guy's right in the parking garage in the what you call it. The only reason he came to look is because he heard the shots. And the other cops behind him, they came running because they heard the shots. Once he get there and look, if the Cadillac already spun off, because he's not mentioned in the Cadillac, right? All he see is the other motherfucker with the gun and the vest and shit run, jump in the van and take off. Boom. Right? Now remember, Reggie wasn't fucking there. So he's not going to fucking tell you that. You can't listen to what he say because he was not there. There's other people, other eyewitnesses there, right? Just because this person, this eyewitness doesn't match their story, he's looking from a different angle. The girls, the shots is going on. This motherfucker's up there standing safe, watching. Can see exactly what's going on. And if Orlando wasn't the shooter, and you got, the dude said 3 series of shots where it's 6 to 10 shots and the 3 series of shots. It's like 30 bullets. It's still more than 15, which means that gun would have been empty. That shot, that if it was one shooter, the gun would have been empty. How could it, if the gun would have been empty, how was they shooting back at Buntry and them? This shit is crazy, bro. This is a movie for real. I think I went through all the testimonies. Let's see. Oh, okay, I don't think I went through this guy's transcript. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do that one tomorrow. But I think I got one more to read. I don't believe there was one shooter. Remember, Keefy D and them said they had the van. And he got out the van. He got out the van with the busters and got in the Cadillac. Vegas should have that on camera, man. They should have some type of camera that caught that shit. I'm gonna know one thing. I'll know in a minute. I'm gonna know in a minute. Black male athletic wearing a very bright white shirt, black vest, black slacks, and shoes, carrying a semi-automatic pistol, and jumped in the caravan. Something ain't right here. You know what? Let me just go through this last transcript because this is the last one anyway. I'm going to do it now. This is Kenneth Rios. Okay. Kenneth Rios, y'all. Good afternoon, sir. Are you currently employed? No. Okay. What did you retire from? Las Vegas Metro Police Department as a police sergeant. How long were you with Metro? 28 years. And when did you start? April 17th, 1990. I'm going to redirect your attention to September 6th, 1996. September 7th of 1996. Were you on duty that evening? Yes, I was. And where were you assigned? I was assigned at the MGM Hotel. And was there a particular event going on at the MGM Hotel that night? Yes, there was. It was a boxing match, and I was assigned with security. Were there other ununiformed? Were there other ununiformed? Well, let me ask you this first of all. Were you in uniform? Yes, I was in uniform. And were there other ununiformed people working with you during this time period? Yes, they were. Did they come a point in time that evening where you learned of a disturbance in one of the elevator bays at the MGM? Yes. And did you respond to that location? Yes, I did. And when you got there, did you have contact with anybody who had been involved in that particular incident? Yes, I did. And who was that you had contact with? Well, let me ask you this. At the time you had contact with him, do you believe him to be a suspect or a victim? I couldn't tell at the time, but we suspected that he may have been a victim. Did you do anything in an effort to identify him? Yes. I asked for his driver's license, which hotel security had already had in their possession. And eventually, did you draft up a report from this event? Yes, I did. And did you learn what his name was? Yes, I did. And what was that? Orlando. And at some point in time, do you make any or do you ask him whether or not he wants to report any incident to you or be a victim of a crime? Yes, I did. And what was his response? That he did not. He was just very uncooperative. Okay. Eventually, does he leave your presence? Yes, he does. And over the years, have you learned that much of this interaction, both the fight as well as your interaction with Orlando, was captured by surveillance cameras at the MGM? Yes, it did. Yes, we did. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play for you grand jury exhibit number 8. The date and time on this is 9/7/96. And I started it at 10:49, well, 20:49 and 30 seconds or so. Now, the individuals in uniform with the short sleeves, white shirts, those are security, correct? Yes, that's hotel security. If you could put, if you could point, if you could at some point, obviously, if you could at some point, obviously that's an officer. But at some point, if you recognize yourself from 20 years ago, would you let me know? Okay. And I believe that's me. I believe that's my back towards the camera, which is yes, yes. And the person, Orlando, what is he wearing? He's wearing a white jersey with the 13 on it, with the 13 on it. That says Marino? Yes. He walks off at 20:55:50 on camera. Is that about accurate? Yes, it is. At that time, you're walking At that time, you were talking to him. Do you have any reason? Did you have any reason to detain him? No. And thus was he free to leave? Yes, he was. And then he did not want to report any crime. And then he did not want to report any crime. Nothing, no crime. I asked him if he needed medical assistance. I remember that. And he refused also. Thank you very much. That completes my questions for the witness. If the grand jury has any questions. Yes, I do. Thank you. You are excused. No grand jury questions. It says he walks off at 20:55:50 on the camera. Is that about accurate? Yes, it is. At the time you were talking to him, do you have any reason to detain him? No. And thus he was free to leave. Yes. And then he did not want to report any crime. Nothing. No crime. I asked him if he needed medical assistance. I remember that. And he refused also. Mhm. I'm not really sure what this testimony has to do with it. I guess he can say that he can identify Orlando as being in the MGM and getting jumped. I guess that's what this witness is for. To be there for the jurors to know that Orlando did get hurt and he did see him and he can identify him because he saw his ID. That's how he okay. And then there's another testimony somewhere else that say he didn't have no ID and he didn't even have no money in his pocket. Or maybe they say he had no money, he had no ticket. He could have had ID. I could be wrong. But I'm going to research that again. You're not blocked. You just ain't seeing your goddamn comments. All right. Wow. Keefe D go to court tomorrow, y'all. So I will be live tomorrow with a update as soon as he get out of court or if he's in court. If they allow the cameras in court, then I will come live with the cameras on court. But he's in court tomorrow. He'll be, I guess that'll be where he'll be entering his plea. And we're going to see what happens from there. Because after tomorrow, it's on. Once he enter that plea, it's on from there. And I can't wait. I'm telling you, I'm going to have to go, go to trial. I'm going to Vegas. I'm gonna have me a residency in Vegas because I will get in that courtroom and be in there every day, like the Cardi B joint. They probably gonna be fighting to get in that courtroom. We'll see. Joke no joke. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all subscribe to the backup channel, my other channel. I'm about to put some content on there. Here's a link to the new channel. Please subscribe to it. I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. I'll catch y'all in the morning for the morning walk. This thing is getting deeper and deeper. So I'm telling y'all it's two shooters. Now, who jumped in that caravan that had the bulletproof vest on and the gun and the black pants and black shoes? Sound like a cop dressed like that. Don't you think? I think so. We'll see tomorrow. All right? One love. Thanks for the support. Thanks for tuning in. I love y'all, man. Choke no joke. You already know.
No palm tree, the trees in the palms of dealers and fiends. Late night roam the streets. Weed is weaker, but it's cheaper. Not many chicks frontin' like divas. Out west, every chick's a model like Eva, and you know I'm far from believing her. So I'm G'ing her like she G'ing me. Banging in LA is a different thing. At the end, you either dead on the bang, getting out, doing better things. On Sunset, where they hang. Hollywood, where they hustle for change. Times Square here, it's the same. No matter where you go, you'll find a lane. On the west, they kick it with Kane. On the east, trees, the social thing. East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast. Coast, West Coast. Grab your glasses, take a toast. If you rap East Coast. When I'm on the West and I'm doing my thing, don't offer me coke or your nose I bang. Friends don't offer other deadly things. Thanks for the hospitality, we'll still hang. I won't judge you, leave me as I came. On the road to success, top of the game. Eat all the finer things in the food chain. Teach my kids to do the same. Whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your glasses, take a toast. If you rap East Coast. Gotta love life and offer wonderful things. Being to travel is a privileged thing. Came back to the East, air wasn't fresh. Streets filled with trash, various people in the eye. It's easy to tell who's upper middle class. Police and racism, same as crash. Back to where they not social, where they less vocal. When they don't know you, be careful, show you around the East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap East Coast, whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Pop your bottles and toss the cork. If you rap West Coast. Both coasts are known to give you fame. Got paparazzis playing cameras your way. Got you bobbing and weaving like Cassius Clay. Most thugs turn Muslim in older days. Change their name to Allah they pray. Probably till they decay. This go out to the east and west. But Big and Pac, y'all, let's connect. Whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap West Coast, whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. You can't get the West without the ES. So it's manifested that we connect. You know what it is. Choke, no joke. Learn from mistakes, baby. You know what it is. Greg on the track. Rest in peace, baby. Either war, we here now. You know what it is. Yeah. Choke, no joke.
KK on
New
the beat.
life. They said I'll be dead or in jail. They was half right, I saw right can sell. I knew I wasn't rich when I couldn't make bail. I made out good, 5 niggas that didn't tell. Hold up, don't go to trial when caught up. Roll the dice, watch the numbers just go up. When your offer was short as a pup's nuts, you got the whammy, cause you pressed your luck. You could've been back on the town, industry bound, no more busting it down. To court is half O's, having to catch the flow, and reassuring those who act like they don't know that the ratchet let go. If you think we won't fill them hollow points up with mercury, send them to another planet, leave them screaming like Mike and Janet. Niggas can't stand it. I felt champagne with Ross running the game. When I was locked and the CO jumped in my face, talking gangster, nigga. Like I'm not a fucking gangster, nigga. But you got it in here, cause the odds ain't fair. Cause you got that walkie and that button right there. But after 8 hours, you leave here. And that's when you friend, it's not fair. You shoot at the range, we shoot when in range. Roll up in that range, your face look real strange. The look on my face is I got that aim. Before you reach, you feel the pain. Blood stain, calculate to your brain. You been licked by that thing. In the game of death, that's what you get when got game. It's a method to the madness, how I bring the pain of one that's not sane. Choke, no joke. I do my thing. Can't hang. They say you're nobody until they kill you. I'm somebody alive, guess that make me an ill dude. Made my name before the funeral, considered a legend, and still make moves. They know you when you gone, they know me when I'm on. All over the board, you restricted, you pawn. You wouldn't cut a lawn, blow a candle at dawn. Choke got it going on like fuel. Some of you fools is more ass than mule. Never rule like Rick, but Mona Lisa in your crib. Haters mad cause I'm doing what they wish they did. Without the rock, it's still gunning like Chris. Nigga try to block, I tomahawk this shit. Nigga looking down at me, now he looking at dick. Pause, just the term and shit. It's choke, no joke. Nigga, I'm lit. Fired up. And we recorded this. Yeah. Choke, no joke. You know what it is. Learn from mistakes out right now on all platforms. This one right here is for the mixtape. Let's go. Yo, Nas, I ain't do this for clout. I'm just a real nigga trying to figure you out. How you don't put blood in this Judas mouth. Talking Japanese wine like you fanning out. Blushing at this bitch that disrespects your kid and her earth. Calm it, I know that it hurt.
You know, back then when he made these disparaging remarks and comments about my daughter and created this disgusting visual, there were so many people around him that stayed quiet. They said absolutely nothing.
Calm it, I know that it hurt. You said Pac left us with rappers that wink at other rappers in the studio, which made me think, yo, what he got on you? And homie in pink, cause at Webster Hall, he didn't stream one link. Yo, y'all glutton for punishment. I'm sick and I'm done with it. If it was part of your plan, Nas, hard my word on it, I'm just your fan. With little celebrity, some say it's just the hate in me. Nah, I'm cut from a cloth. You don't brush shit off. Well, the penthouse of law, gotta have a ceiling. Only forgive hoes with sexual healing. And that thought right now is not appealing. With these chicks, with the dicks like Little Nas X, I'm not a fan. You damaged your brand. Yo, Nas, don't ever do that shit again. I'm signing off. Esco stand. Yeah. Choke, no joke, you know what it is. You know what it is. Oh yeah, and you nigga, I ain't sorry for shit. I ain't with your boys' games, nigga, I'm with the shit.
Wedge. Webster Dictionary defines the word as a substance that is used for splitting wood or rocks. Something causing a breach or separation. It's funny what that lens can capture. Separation, division.
How y'all having a meeting about Jay without? Nope, not drugs right there. Nobody told me nothing. How come y'all having a meeting without Jay? Without Jay? Without? I don't get it. It's 10:30 in the morning. Now you going to get Leo? Please go get her.
No, actually, I was just gonna go to the restroom. Okay.
Why are you leaving? I'm asking a question.
She doesn't have an answer.
Well, I'm wondering what line of thought is it? What pattern is it? John McNeely and all of y'all that y'all have my biggest artists here, and y'all in here, y'all Def Jam staff is dealing with Jay's marketing without me. Please explain that to me, because this seems treacherous.
And animosity.
What you mean bullshit? The fuck? Y'all niggas having meetings about my artist without calling me? It ain't no bullshit. It ain't no bullshit. Man, look, oh y'all look, everybody here is ashamed of y'all. Who wants to work under a cow? They don't have to. Cow!
I ain't with your boys' games, nigga, I'm with the shit. I'm nothing like Nas, I'm with the shit. I'm more like Jungle, wanting to bust your shit. But bro got me on chill. He said I'm illmatic, with the static, with the ratchets. Let's go to Brooklyn, cause he gotta have it. School days, would've called you faggot and smoked you like a Spike Lee joint. Yo, the greatest of all timers, got hit with all timers. You buster, nigga, your mic with the shiner. Knockout. Yeah, one-liners, give you a reason to be a one-eye without reasonable doubt. You been a liar. You headache king, Jazzo inspired, rape Damon.
So they trying to take our franchise from us. That's what they trying to do. Make this beef with. They trying to. I bet you they're staging this beef with us. Trust me. Trust me.
It was all about the power to, to get rid of Dame Dash, you know, and take Jay-Z to the next level without Dame, you know. And it was, you know, Dame should stop blaming Leo and Todd Moskowitz and start blaming Steve Stout.
You know about the Scarface party and all that? How they make sure Power Song in Puerto Rico? He's gonna be there performing, but they're doing something with them.
Who, Jay?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He's gonna be out there for that. With the release of the Scarface DVD.
Jay's performing for that?
And I don't need two lips to blow this like a trumpet, you dumb shit. This is an unusual musical I conducted. You looking at the Black Warren puppet, so all critics can duck sick. I don't care if you see Dolores Tucker or you Bill O'Reilly. You only rallied me up for 3 years. They had me peeing out in the cup. Now they about to free me up. What you think I'm gonna be? What? Rehabilitated? Man, I still feel hatred. I'm young, black, and rich, so they wanna strip me naked. But you never had me like Christina Aguilera. But catch me at the West Side driving like Halle Berry or the West. Fuck it. Peace and love, y'all. The Black Album on the way.
And then we doing our party, so
following Steve Stout's direction.
And what was Steve Stout telling you to do?
He walked me through how to get rid. His plan was to get rid of Dame Dash.
He told you that.
That was the plan.
Okay.
Rape Dame and Chris, then ran a lion through the rock and the fire. Damn, you cold. Built the nation, the prop back home. How you the king of LA when Cube is home? How you banging LA after Nip is gone? Mr. Smith, yeah, I'm nice with the gift. Two, the double entendres got those two. Your wisdom, knowledge, that I'm king too. I'm sorry I met the other side of you. Yeah. That's the gift and the curse. I'm Christ from birth, from the hearse to the dirt. Fake niggas claim hurt, so I stay on my bullshit like I'm dirt and never shy. Let my feelings fly. Let's go. Cause we all die. Yeah. Like y'all beds. Nigga, I'm here. Only fear I have is truth not be told. We all get old. It's choke, no joke. Y'all already know. Let's go. Choke, no joke. You already know. Learn from mistakes out right now on all platforms. This for the mixtape. The 50-year-old platinum virgin. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
Welcome to AMC Theater 11. Enjoy your show.
Yo, Lee. Run the rail. Choke, no joke. I'll catch y'all in the AM. Peace and love. Thanks for the support. All right. Holla back. Make sure y'all follow me on TikTok too. Choke, no joke. All right. One love.